Oh boy. Guys, here we go again with the Canelo nonsense. And all on big fight weekend from the UK. Is this really necessary? Well, I guess so, guys. We're going to go through some more Canelo nonsense and noise because the fans are asking for it. All this and more, guys, on the latest edition of War Week Boxing.
Rashawn Holdings proudly presents War Week Radio Chats with ring announcer Joseph Herron.
Oh boy, guys, you know what? And I don't even think it's necessary to do this. Once again, guys, I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. Happy Friday to all of you guys. And look, there's really no need. Let me make sure my good mic is on. Hold on real quick. Is my good mic on? Yeah, it sure is. My good mic's on. Can you guys hear me okay? Anyway, guys, I tell you what, happy Friday to all of you guys. And I'm glad to see all of you guys here. And I tell you what, I just can't understand this. Like, look, to anyone who isn't a Johnson riding Canelo fan, it's very, very clear to assess in assessing this scenario, right? What's the big deal? Canelo is obviously avoiding David Benavidez. How else can you interpret this scenario, guys? Like, seriously, how else can you look at this scenario and say, oh, this is something different than Canelo obviously avoiding David Benavidez? And it's pretty easy to understand why. And Canelo's actually come out and stated this. Why? I've got nothing left to prove to anybody. I was the B side, and I had to make concessions to face Floyd Mayweather. I had to make concessions to face Cotto. I had to make concessions to face Gennady Golovkin. What's the big deal? Now I'm at a point in my career where I don't have to make concessions. I can pick and choose and fight and do whatever I want. I've earned that. I'm a 4-division world champion. I've already faced the best of my generation. What do I have left to prove to anybody? Nothing. And guess what? I refuse to be painted into a corner and to be mandated into doing something that I don't really feel is necessary. So guess what? I'm going to price myself out and say, look, if you really want me to step in the ring with this guy who you claim to be the Mexican monster, even though he's from Phoenix, then I'm going to set the price tag at the very least, $150 million. How difficult is that to assess? But for some stupid reason, these Canelo fans have such a hard time admitting this. And it's not difficult to see. Like, it's pretty obvious. Like seriously, what is wrong with these guys? So here's the first, oh my gosh. Now listen to this. This is crazy. So there was, and this is all just stems from an article, right? And I just commented on this on X. Twitter, whatever, Twitter/X, whatever. You know what? It's been a long time since I've played this. I'm going to go ahead and do this, guys, because this deserves it, right? This deserves it. And it's been a while since I've done my awesome Nigerian accent or Kenyan accent, and you're going to hear it because this deserves the theme once again.
Terrible fan takes on Twitter/X.
Oh, geez. Because that's exactly what it is, terrible fan takes. And once again, I made this comment regarding a crappy fan-written article on Boxing News 24. It says, Caleb Plant becomes a viable option for Canelo's next fight. And I responded, N-O. When a matchup like Canelo versus Benavidez is generated organically and is mandated by the fans, it's everyone's responsibility to make sure that it becomes a reality. Shame on Canelo if this fight doesn't materialize. And oh my gosh, they just came out of the woodwork. They just came out of the woodwork. And it was insane. Guys, is there any need to go over this again, or should we wait until Adam, Lopez, and James? Because we're going to be joined, and once again, guys, I apologize. I tried to make this a continuation from yesterday's show with Thomas Driver. And that was originally the plan. But unfortunately, he's having dinner right now, poor guy, with Michael Buffer, as well as the entire DAZN crew. So, yeah, he's really missing out being here. And he's having to go through the painstaking motions of having dinner with Michael Buffer and the entire DAZN crew, right? Oh, Chingal. What a rough life he has, huh? Anyway, that's my brother Thomas Driver. Love him, man. He's a great guy. Man, I tell you what, congratulations to him and all the success and all the great assignments that he's been getting and he's going to get in the near future. And he's being blessed because of, boy, the hard road traveled by my brother Thomas. What a great guy. But, guys, we're going to be joined by Montequia Adam Lopez, and we're going to talk about all of this. But I will say that before we move forward, and look, guys, I really don't want to do this about the Canelo fans because it's nonsense, guys. Listen to this. Listen to this. And once again, this is what started everything. I stated, no, when a matchup like Canelo versus Benavidez is generated organically, it's everyone's responsibility to make sure that it becomes a reality. Shame on Canelo if this fight doesn't materialize. And some asshole, oh, my apologies, pardon my French. Sorry, someone's just walking by us because I'm not in my office right now. And someone says, it wasn't Canelo who vacated to skip the Benavidez fight. That's all on Benavidez. And that started this entire just ordeal on X and Twitter. And I'm like, look, honestly, I would respect it. Like, how can you be that delusional when it's obvious to everyone that Canelo is purposely avoiding this fight? Whether you agree with it or not, that's the case. Right? Whether you agree with his decision, it is what it is. Now, honestly, I think I would respect Canelo fans more if they just stated, hey, you know what? Yeah, he's purposely avoiding David Benavidez. So what are you going to do about it? What's David going to do about it? Huh? Hey, sucks to be you guys, huh? Hey, enjoy the victory lap, guys. Enjoy it. And guess what? There's not going to be any incentive for him to fight David as long as David continues to stink out the joint and not produce any pay-per-view sales. And Canelo continues to do it, fighting B-level, C-level competition. Nothing you can do about it. So, hey, embrace it. Enjoy it. You know, I would respect Canelo fans if they actually had that attitude. I would say, hey, you know what? They're right on the money. But instead, they try to make excuses like a bunch of pride flag waving sissies. And guys, I'm going to introduce someone who is definitely not a pride flag waving sissy. And I'm going to give, I love this guy so much. I'm going to give him the Lupe Contreras introduction, right? Ladies and gentlemen, from the Alamo City, introducing Adam Mantequilla Lopez. Woo! How you doing, my friend?
What's going on, guys? What's everybody up to?
Well, I tell you what, they've been getting an earful. Me complaining about how delusional these Canelo fans. So I'm going to give you the choice, Adam. Do you want to talk about, and I'm going to read to you these arguments, and I'm going to get you a rebuttal, right? Or do you want to just jump right into the weigh-in today and do our final preview of this outstanding heavyweight showdown for the IBF title tomorrow from London?
Let's start off with comedy. Let's do rebuttals, and then let's get into read out their comments, and then we just poke holes.
I tell you what, let's say hello to our dear friends in the chat. We'll let them decide, okay?
Okay, chat. What do you want?
Yeah. Alberto, welcome to the show, sir. Our brother in Christ. Thank you for joining us. It said, Joe, did you see Dana promote the Joshua Dubois fight? They refer to Turkey so much. I wonder if these guys would do what these guys would do if they ever saw the Crown Prince. Yeah, they'd probably faint, just like the little girls when the Beatles arrived in the USA. That's probably what they would do.
Who's the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia? Is that MBS?
I have no idea what his name is and how to pronounce it, but look,
something. God damn it! It's on the fucking.
No. It's all right, brother. And please don't use the Lord's name in vain on this show. I'm just kidding, Adam. You do whatever you want. You say whatever you want, brother. Yeah.
Who's watching Colin Walsh? I would say no.
Yeah. But look, guys, look. This is what people aren't putting together, right? And I've mentioned this on the show before. And they're like, whoa, do you think it's a good thing that Dana White is getting into boxing? I'm like, guys, honestly, this is the best thing that could happen to boxing in the American market.
Yes.
Because how often has it plagued our beloved boxing that Dana White has consistently created this division between the mainstream and casual fans in thinking they have to favor UFC over boxing and can't watch both? That's plagued us over the last 15, 20 years.
It has.
Right? And so now, if Dana White is actually involved in the sport, do you really think he's going to put down boxing any further?
He knows how how American pastime boxing is and how lucrative it is. Because he sees that celebrity boxing is huge. So of course he's going to fucking want to get in on that. So it's gonna hurt his bottom dollar if he badmouths boxing, and now he's in it, and now he's making money off it. He's gonna do the best that can promote it. And you know what? The one thing that I do look forward to Dana coming into boxing is I really do believe he has the ability to get rid of the aura of the no loss.
You know what? That is really insightful, Adam. And I hope that comes to fruition. Look, and also, we need his help in humbling these entitled babies, right?
Yeah.
Into fighting for their own fair market value. And speaking of entitled babies, Devin Haney's coming up in the news, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn down the IBF fight.
Oh my gosh. It's shocking. He priced himself out of the Liam Perro fight, demanding no less than $4 million, even though he's the B-side and the non-ticket seller. Like, is he an attraction in Australia?
Liam Perro? No.
No. I'm talking about Devin Haney.
Oh, no. He's not he just likes to go down there because he thinks that, oh yeah, I beat a C-level fighter there twice, so therefore I'm the guy in Australia. It's like, dude, no, you're not.
Tell you what, Adam, I couldn't have said it any better myself, brother.
Yeah.
So guys, once again, this is a potentially sport-saving decision by Dana White. He may be, with Turkey El Sheikh, the savior for. Well, no. I left someone out. Let's not discount the efforts of Jake Paul here.
Yes.
If the November event sizzles, dude, that could revive the sport among mainstream and casuals. And dude, that is a fine-looking card it's shaping up to be, guys. And I'll be honest, I love the shit talk that Jake Paul is doing. Like, I love it. I love it. Right in Mike Tyson's face. And Mike is like, hey, you know what? You see all this? You couldn't do all this. Like, you see all these people here at this press conference? You couldn't do all this with anyone else. You couldn't fill AT&T Stadium in Dallas with anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? You should be kissing my ass.
Did he say that?
Yep.
Really? That is 100% true. Is because they fought at Royal Caribbean in Orlando. Box Labs venue. That's their venue, and they use Royal Caribbean. He fought an actual guy with a record, a pro, and no one cared about it. No one gave a fuck. And you were starting to see that the sizzle to Jake Paul was dying after he started to fight guys. You knew that he was fighting tomato cans or guys that were 4 years out of the game but had a record and that came back.
Steps all-time great heavyweight Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, oh, okay, we'll start watching you again. And he is a great promoter. He's very, very good on the U.S. market. He knows how to promote a fight. He knows how to sell a fight. But people want to see him fight name guys. And, I mean, to Jake's credit, I mean, he can't beat any of the name guys. But, I mean, he can promote a fight. So, and it gets boxing going. I get that. But he shouldn't be calling out name guys because it's like there's levels to this. And, like, from actual boxers who, like, done it, you'd go like, dude, you're not supposed to be calling out people. Like, it took me years to get to this point, and just because you're who you are, you get to do it right off the bat. That's not fair. And we don't, like, people frown upon that. But, I mean...
Oh, no, it's just people hating, brother. It's like, who cares? Like, honestly, people are frowning. Fans are frowning on Tank Davis potentially fighting Lamont Roach, and it looks like that's going to happen.
Yeah, I frown upon that.
Do you want to talk about that now, or do you want to wait till later?
Talk about it now.
You want to talk about it now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's remind me of this because I want to talk about Devin Haney in his. Oh, dude, can you say chicken shit interview with? I mean, come on.
Oh, Andre Ward?
Yeah, with Andre Ward, this guy.
Yeah, BS.
Oh my gosh, dude. Honestly, this is a toss-up between the pride flag winners today. Devin Haney or Canelo fans. This is a neck and neck. This is like whoever wins is gonna win by a nose only. Because I've never seen a prize fighter make this many lame excuses and potentially think that he is the baddest dude in any division. Like, Devin Haney has become an embarrassment, dude. Almost a meme. He's a meme of a meme, dude.
Yeah.
So hold on. Let's finish saying hello to our dear friends in the chat. Anthony Mazzano. Joe, I have Daniel Dubois winning by knockout. I do not trust AJ mentally to show up when it matters. His false bravado during this promotion means nothing to me. You know, brother, this is great stuff. And we want to thank you for joining us, Anthony. We appreciate it, brother. Love you, man. And also my brother, Jesus. And welcome to the show, sir. He says also, yep, I've got Dubois by TKO in 12. Wow. That's awesome. And Joe.
Correa sold us on that, too. He was OT. He sold us on that live on the show. And I was like, all right, dude, he kind of fucking they made me a believer. And now everybody else is saying the same shit.
Yeah, they're jumping on the bandwagon because they've seen those promos. they saw the weigh-in, then you know what? They like Daniel Dubois' confidence. Now, once again, AJ, he's looked great in his last 2 fights. But let's take a look at that. Is that really saying all that much against Otto Wallin, a very inactive Otto Wallin, the big Swede? And then Francis Ngannou. Is that something to really beat your chest about if you're Anthony Joshua? Now, then you look at, in comparison, Daniel Dubois' path of progress to get here. Arguably stops Alexander Usyk if it's given a different ref. Hits him right in the belt line. He goes down, takes the entire 5-minute recess, and Luis Pavon calls it a low blow when it obviously wasn't. Once again, that's up to the discretion of the ref. There's nothing he could do about it. But then you look at him handing Big Baby Jarrell Miller in his next fight, his subsequent fight, and his first knockout stoppage loss. No one's ever done that to Big Baby Jarrell Miller, not even Andy Ruiz. And then he knocks out Ronnie Shields' fighter, Filip Urgovic, the guy who beat, by way of dubious, questionable decision, the Big Bang Zhilei Zhang. So you look at Daniel Dubois' road to get here, and it's much more impressive. And dare I say, Daniel Dubois exercised the demons at him. And honestly, when you look at the promos, Daniel Dubois doesn't seem intimidated or fazed by Anthony Joshua. It almost seems motivated. And and once again, I spoke with George Warren before this, and he said, you know what? I've never seen this kid like this. And we've known him since the amateurs. I've never seen Daniel Dubois this fired up and motivated. He genuinely believes he is going to disappoint tens of thousands of fans at Wembley Stadium tomorrow. Your thoughts on George Warren and the mindset of Daniel Dubois compared to the fragile mindset of Anthony Joshua?
I mean, he's always kind of been like a little bit of a gangster, Daniel Dubois. So, I mean, he's going there with like a sense of a man with nothing to lose, and that's always really good for a fighter to go into a fight with. And I mean, it's a very beatable opponent too. I mean, Daniel Dubois is one of the most slowest guys in boxing, but other than that, I mean, how many times has Anthony Joshua lost? 3 times already? So I mean,
once by knockout too.
So I mean, this guy's not unbeatable. He is chinny. We've seen him get hurt plenty of times. We even seen him get hurt.
No. Who are you referring to? Because look, if you're fighting a guy who's 250 pounds, I don't care how good you think your chin is. You could be Randy Tex-Cobb and you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. So who are you referring to, a chinny?
Anthony Joshua.
Oh, okay. Because, you remember when Daniel Dubois, I forgot whose fight it was. I think it was Anthony Joshua and no. I don't remember. I think it was Tyson Fury, Derek Chisora, when Daniel Dubois got rocked in the first round, floored 3 times by the cruiserweight and came back and stopped him. Yeah, so we've seen Daniel Dubois hurt as well. But this is, once again, guys, this is the heavyweight division. That's what makes this fight so intriguing. It truly is the theater of the unexpected. And is there any shame, Adam, getting rocked by a man who weighs over 250 pounds and is 6'7"?
Yeah, there's no shame in getting hurt by a guy that looks like Anthony Joshua. Like if he touched anybody's chin, you go down like, dude, that's what I'm supposed to do. Have you seen him? Have you seen him? This fucking guy, dude. I got hit by a fucking guy that looks like a Greek god, and you expect me to just keep walking forward? It's like, no.
I got hit by a guy who's hitting me with tree trunks.
Yeah, and then you expect me to be tough and walk forward. It's like, no, I'm just human.
Oh, Chingao, man.
Daniel's quit twice. Okay, so Mac 10 Ninja says Daniels quit twice, I
Oh,
guess.
Hold on, guys.
I'm from England. AJ will win. Okay,
Oh,
so
hold on. Mac 10 Ninja. Hey, welcome to the show, sir. I'm from England. Well, and what does that mean to us? AJ will win. Well, I guess you would know, seeing that you're from England. Well, guess what, buddy? I'm Hispanic, and I saw Andy Ruiz, the Snickers boy, with 2 weeks' notice, get the assignment and knock your boy out in Madison Square Garden. So what does that even mean? Daniel Dubois, bigger, harder punching. Honestly, I like Dubois' chances. But once again, this is in my opinion, and I'm going to share this with you, Adam. Right now on many sports books, Anthony Joshua is a 5-1 betting favorite or at a minus 500. And Daniel Dubois is a plus 400 or a 4-1 betting underdog. Do you agree with those odds? Or are you like me and think this is closer to a 50-50 fight?
I like those odds.
Really?
Yeah,
wait a minute. You like those odds for betting, or you agree with those odds?
both, because I mean, Daniel Dubois is very slow, and AJ does have the better boxing style, better speed, better all around boxer. So I mean, I would think that he could be able to get out of situations, but I do like that for betting also. So if I'm betting, we're only betting Daniel Dubois stoppages because there's no way that he's outboxing. He's going 12. There's no way he's going 12 and winning the decision. No way.
Well, you know what? That's what everyone said about Alexander Usyk.
What do you mean?
No one thought that Alexander Usyk would go the distance and win a decision in England against Anthony Joshua, the media darling. Well, I tell you what, Adam. We'll pick this up and we'll get your opinion. But right now, I'd like to spend some time with a gentleman who's there live in London and who was at the weigh-in. And it's our brother from the boxingsource.net, J.R. Bell. James, how art thou, sir?
Yo, what's up, man? Just got in the hotel, man. Just trying to, get some things set up here so I can load up pics or whatever it is. But I made it.
well, thank you, James. We appreciate you being here. And once again, I found out that Thomas wasn't going to be able to join us tonight because he is currently having dinner with Michael Buffer and the entire DAZN crew. Poor guy. So he's really missing out. Yeah, and he's really sacrificing having dinner with legend Michael Buffer and the entire DAZN crew. A poor guy.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I tell you what, both men did a great job at today's weigh-in, and oh my gosh, what was the atmosphere like? Obviously, an overwhelming pro Anthony Joshua crowd there, but oh my gosh, what a scene. James, what was it like being right there in the midst of everything?
Oh, it was pretty good. I mean, I wasn't like there within like media row, but I was like there in the general crowd. Okay,
that's the best place to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, but I mean, it was all cool, but like in the beginning, pretty much at the start of the thing for the weigh-in, they had a group of the crowd. They were taking pictures or whatever it is, and one of them, I was able to take a pic for one of them. And I yell out, "Let's go, champ!" After the pics were done, why did somebody go over to me and say, "Hey, that shit brings he fought Lennox Lewis"?
Woo! I tell you what, man, what a scene! What a scene, brother. Hold on, Anthony. I'll tell you what, in just a bit, we're going to spend some time with James because we're on borrowed time with him, get his collective thoughts about everything, and get his thoughts about every matchup in the fight. And then I will drop the link for you, my friend. God bless you, Anthony. Thank you for being here, my friend. But I'm sorry, dude. As you were, James, because I tell you what, man, this fight card, I like some of the matchups on this fight card. Maybe I'm weird, but I actually like Anthony the Apache Kakachi versus Josh Warrington. I love the weigh-in. I love the fire from both gentlemen. I like, maybe I'm weird, but I like Joshua Buatsi versus Willie Hutchinson.
I think that's going to be a really good fight too. I think that might be my fight of the night, early pick for fight of the night. Actually.
Yeah, man. I love it. And you know what? Maybe I'm weird, but I just want to see Hamza Shiraz again. Yeah. This guy, this is a guy, you're a badass.
Yeah.
When Janabek Ali Manala turns down over $1 million to fight Hamza Shiraz. Yeah, that's serious. That's saying something.
Yeah. And ends up having Top Rank lose a bid to No Limit record. I mean, No Limit Promotions. Oh man.
Oh boy. I tell you what, man. These guys in these purse bids, man, I swear. Hey. But nonetheless, Hamza Shiraz, this kid is the real deal. Can you see anyone at middleweight with his height, reach, heavy hands, footwork, maturity level? Like, he really showed me something against Emma Williams, who was a game fighter and really showed up to win. Unlike Edgar Berlanga, he actually showed up to win, and he was just whooped. Oh, Hamburger Langa. So, is there anyone who can beat this kid at middleweight?
I don't really see it here at 160. I mean, you're looking at the top, prospects there. You talked about the title holders there with Zanabek. You just had Erislandy Lara in a fight. A couple months earlier, you had, WBC champ Carlos Adames in a fight. At this particular point, I really don't see any of those guys that, could really beat Hamza Shiraz, or at least at this particular point. So we'll see how they build up Shiraz here after this fight and then into 2025.
Yeah. Hold on. I just have to say this. Mac 10 Ninja, brother, everyone's known that Usyk is on a next level since he was in the amateurs. That's why he was highly anticipated when he turned pro.
Oh,
he's basically a heavyweight sized Vasyl Lomachenko. Intelligence, footwork. I mean, ambidextrous. This guy's a phenom and an all-time great. You're not telling us anything that no one, like, everyone already knew this.
I don't know where he's getting that from. I just had a recent thing with a tweet or X post or whatever it is, and saying, like, who among, like, say, top 10 pound for pound or top 10 level fighters that are pretty much like universally liked or don't have that many quote unquote haters. And I said, I picked Alexander Usyk.
Yeah, honestly, even
negative stuff about Alexander Usyk. Anyway.
No, you can't. You can't. I mean, he's an all-time great. You could plop him in any era. Once again, and James and I had this discussion a long time ago, back when they were still young guys, right? We're talking about Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk. And we said, hey, you know what? When Alexander Usyk moves up to heavyweight, he's going to be a real problem, just like Evander Holyfield was. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a real problem for everyone. We also said Daniel Dubois before he quit with that broken orbital bone against Joe Joyce. We both said, yeah, I honestly think that Daniel Dubois is going to be a problem as well. Now, it took a little bit longer, but he's here. I'm sorry, Mac 10 Ninja. Well, look at this. Mate, get off my dick. I'm not saying you don't know. Talking about the casuals. Brother, look, I don't care. You're filled with the most intelligent panel of fight fans in the world, and I stand by this. Our extended family are not casuals, all right? They know more about the business than a lot of guys in this business. So, hey, maybe you should join us a lot more frequently, my friend, because you're not going to get into a pissing match and impress anyone here. So, hey, get off my dick, mate. Anyway, did Dude, I like, honestly, what is the deal with these fans being so touchy these days? Who do they think they are? Like, seriously, who do they think they are? Who are these guys?
I don't know what's up with this, man.
Dude, they're just fans of a sport. Like, seriously, they're fans of a sport, and yet they carry around this red badge of courage because boxing is not a big mainstream pastime like Premier League or like the NFL. And compared to their next door neighbor, they seem like experts, but they're not. Look, unless you've actually spent a considerable amount of time in this business, you don't know nearly as much as you think you do. So stop it. Stop with the piss and match stuff. Okay? So anyway, Adam, do you have anything to add to that? Because honestly, this is becoming very tiresome hearing fans talk like this.
What? With Ninja, Mac 10 Ninja, and AJ?
No. Just guys like this, fans thinking that they're experts, that they've got this great insight that no one else can see. I'm like, dude, pump your brakes. You're a fan. Relax. And, you know, you may have been watching this sport for several decades, but I've been watching the NFL for over 4 decades, and that doesn't make me an expert in football.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, but
so
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, he's not saying anything ignorant, though. I mean, he's just saying, get off the dick, mate. I mean, that's fine.
No. Well, obviously, Adam, you were doing something else throughout our entire exchange, so that's all right.
I'm reading his chat. He's not taking AJ's sides. He's just saying, he's just adamant about AJ winning.
Well, obviously, you're paying attention. I'll give you a pass, Adam, because you're under the weather, my friend. And thank you for being here. Jay, well, hold on. Jay, don't worry about it, Adam. Don't worry about it. Jay, while we still have you, brother, in your opinion, who wins? Who wins Anthony Kakachi versus Josh Warrington?
Ooh.
Do you think Warrington is just a little too long in the tooth for this?
That's partially it, and the other thing is him going up in weight. Those 2 losses that he had going into this fight, I felt like it took a lot out of him, and like him getting into this position to fight Kakachi is really, really tough. So I mean, it's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be good while it lasts, but Kakashi, I think. Even though he's only had, a few knockouts in his overall record, he might end up getting a stoppage here.
Yeah, you know what? Boy, Kakachi, that is one tough son of a gun, man. Mm-hmm. This is just a tough guy. And honestly, I can't wait to see this fight. But just like Anthony Joshua, Kakachi has to be careful because of Josh Warrington's big, bulbous cranium that he likes to use on the inside. Right? And look, dude, is it what? I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to quote, right? This is Daniel Dubois. He said, you know what? Just win by any means necessary. Am I looking too far into this, or is he saying, without saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to beat the shit out of him. I'm going to bust him up with my head.
Yeah, we kind of, hinted at it. With Coach Ronnie Shields, and he told us about what Dubois was doing against Philip Hergovich. So Don't be surprised if that's part of it, because I mean he mentioned Dubois mentioned it in the Grand Arrivals, or after the Grand Arrivals thing, he was talking with the folks over at the Zone and said, hey, if he got to use his noggin, then he'll use his noggin too. So. Gotta watch out.
Yeah. You know what? I think and once again, people actually talked about, I like AJ's experience over Dubois. Well, do you think maybe he learned from the Usyk fight, and that's what he means by any means necessary? Hey, if I get something that hurts me, I'm going to go down and start playing the ref as early as round 1, and anything that's along that border, along that belt line, I'm going to actually start playing the ref and say, hey, that was low. That was low, ref. That's something that most Eastern European fighters do, and they do a great job of it. It's almost second nature to them. And Usyk, we've seen him do that a lot. Do you think Daniel Dubois learned from that? And he's like, hey, man, a lot like Chico Corrales learning the spitting of the mouthpiece from Asalina Freitas. Do you think Daniel Dubois now understands this is the pros, by hook or by crook? I'm going to do whatever it takes to become victorious and become champion. Do you think that's going to be a difference maker tomorrow night?
You're blowing it, kid. No, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully for Daniel Dubois, maybe that Luis Pabon or Howard Foster is not the referee or something. I don't know. Oh man, because this is going to be a very interesting first few rounds. I'll say that.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's going to be. I can't wait. And honestly, guys, this is the true theater of the unexpected. This is why I absolutely love the heavyweights, because anything can and often does happen when there are two heavyweights in the ring. This is by far the toughest weight division to make accurate predictions, because let's just face it. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean right here. Mac 10, get over your feels, brother. Once again, most matchups, James, do you really deserve to beat your chest about bold and successful predictions in boxing when most matchups aren't 50-50 fights?
Nah, not really.
Like, really, why are you bragging about making, not many fight predictions I get wrong, mate? Yeah, that's most people, because these aren't 50-50 matchups, most of these. Right?
Yeah.
Dude, why brag about that? Like, seriously, do you think Bazinga or whatever his name is going to beat Jaime Munguia tonight?
Brazilian.
Oh, that's right, Bazinian. Eric.
Hey, I forgot to ask you if you could preview that fight.
Dude, did you get it on camera?
No, I did. I forgot to ask you to preview
Chingo.
that fight. Oh.
Hey, Bazinian, Eric Bazinian, maybe, just maybe, he can pull off the upset. Bing! Oh, Chingao. I tell you what. But yeah, did you hear him murder Eric Bazinian's name?
Oh goodness, man. That was wild.
Dude, was it worth making the trip over there just to hear that? I love it. Guys, and once again, Mac 10 Ninja, once again, brother. No, dude, just no static. We want to thank you for being here, my friend. Just please don't beat your chest about anything boxing. We're all equals here. Once again, we're all equals here, brother. All right? God bless you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Mac 10 Ninja. Chingao. Anyway, Adam, are you still there, my friend?
Yep, just listening, reading the chat, read the comments now.
No, point out something in the chat that we can actually single out, brother. Do you see anything in the chat? Any question that you'd like to address at this time?
Nothing.
Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is.
What's up, man?
Yeah, really? My brother G Funky. Okay. Wait, Janabek actually turned it down? Wow. Yes. He turned down his biggest payday to date. Yeah. Over $1 million payday to fight Hamza Shiraz. Now, let's be honest, Adam.
Yeah.
Would you be anxious to step in the ring if you're having problems making 160? And it's the IBF. Let's just face it, right? The IBF.
Yeah. It's very strict.
Would you, if you're having problems making weight, would you go through with that fight facing Hamza Shiraz?
No, I mean, fucking Shiraz looked great with the 5v5. That was a great fight. And
yeah, and Ammo Williams is a good fighter, man.
Yep.
very good fighter, yeah.
Yep.
And Shiraz looked very good, and he beat a pretty up and coming name. I didn't know Janibek was struggling to make weight.
Dude, that's why
Yeah.
they had to cancel his last fight on ESPN.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He
The
couldn't make
one thing
weight.
about
Yeah,
Janibek, the one thing
Yeah,
about
the
that
original
guy,
television fight. That's what canceled it.
the one thing about that guy is he's fucking. No one gives a shit. That's the craziest thing. No one really fucking cares. I don't care about him at all. I hear his name and everybody goes, he's a great fighter, dude. He's gonna be really good. He's gonna be like, dude, I could give two fucks about that guy, bro. Like, I don't care. That's why, like, I go, he's really struggling to make weight. You guys are like, yeah, you fucking dumbass. And I'm like, dude, I just have to say myself, be like, dude, I honestly don't give a fuck about Janibek at all. He's not anything that appeals to me. Shiraz was way more appealing to me because, I mean, he beat a really good guy in Ammo Williams. And
Yeah.
and he looks more to be a problem. How fucking tall that guy is insane.
Yeah. 6'3". 6'3".
6'3".
My height.
Yep.
Giant reach. And Jen Beck, normal guy, lefty. Yeah. So, I mean,
No, here's what's most important, and this is why I cannot see either Carlos Adames nor Janibek Ali Manala beating him, because they're two counterpunchers and they're not proficient at taking the lead effectively. And so if they're forced to cut off the ring and close the distance effectively, because they're the shorter man, right? It's almost the Canelo problem, and why Canelo was stuck at that Canelo weight at 155 for over a year and a half.
yeah.
And that's why Golden Boy didn't want to send him up to 60 and 68, the land of the giants, because if you can't cut off the ring and take the lead, be assertive effectively, you're going to have a real problem from that range, mid to long range, against a guy with heavy hands, excellent footwork, and he's taller, rangier. I just don't see anyone beating him at this time at 160 pounds.
Yeah, dude. He looked good against fucking Ammo.
From every range.
Yeah.
When Ammo fought him on the inside, yeah, he got buzzed. But you know what? It was how he collected himself, fought back from adversity, and took control over that fight. In the inside, he can fight. From mid-range, he is awesome. From obviously mid to long range, he's outstanding.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see this guy losing anytime soon. As long as he can make 60. Yeah, I definitely don't see anyone beating him.
Yeah. I mean, there's always a puncher's chance. Look at Fondora. I mean, the tallest man in the world.
Oh, Brian Mendoza.
Yeah, Brian Mendoza fucks him up. But, I mean, there's always a puncher's chance when you're that fucking tall. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, he looked very, very good.
Yep. I'll tell you what, let's go. Let's get so yeah, Janibek, you know, can we officially then put this away, James? Can we officially put away the boogeyman moniker from Janibek Ali Manala? Can we stop saying that now?
Yeah. And it's something where you say that, you know, he had trouble making weight. Like, I've seen him have trouble making weight at 160 since 2021. Like, no, 2021, when he had that Vegas, he was missing weight then. I'm like, geez, man.
Oh, Anthony says this. Imagine Seabass Fundora versus Hamza Shiraz.
Oh,
no, I don't want to. That would be a slow and painful death.
The Giant Gonzalez versus no.
Oh, dude, the Giant Gonzalez versus Treetop Thomas. Oh,
yeah, that's an actual fight that could get made, right?
Man,
well, look. Unlike Seabass Fundora, Hamza Shiraz can actually see past 3 feet in front of his face.
Yeah.
Like, let's just face it, he's blind. He's legally blind, guys. Oh, our brother G Funky. Welcome to the show, sir. And guys, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to our brother G Funky. And he says, Warrington is a dirty fighter. F him. You know what, brother? It's impossible to argue with that, is it?
Oh man. Hey, let me get a sip of water.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh no. Come on, dude. I don't want to talk about that anymore, Mac 10. Thank you for joining us, sir. God bless you, my friend. Let me introduce you to my friend Adam Montequilla Lopez, someone who has the record for the most showbox appearances at 9. Yeah. He knows a little something about boxing as well, my friend. Yeah, Bethaniel. But look, guys, that would be an absolute, just utter dominant ass smoking right there, brother. Like, honestly, he would smoke Seabass like a cheap cigar.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see it. So let's go back to these matchups, right? Honestly, dude, Kakachi had better watch out. He's gonna try to shove that forehead right into his chin, right into his face.
Yeah.
Right? That's Josh Warrington's best weapon. Let's just face it, especially at his age.
Mm-hmm. But
okay,
I mean,
let's go to Joshua Buatsi. Wait a minute, James. Oh, I'm sorry. As you were, sir. My apologies.
Yeah, but it leaves it open for Kakashi to land with the uppercut.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll tell you what. Look, guys. I like Kakashi. I think he's a really tough guy, and it's going to be very difficult for anyone to beat him, right? Mm-hmm. At this weight division at 130 pounds. Speaking of 130 pounds, guys, if you heard the news, Lamont Roach may be moving up to fight Tank Davis. Look, I will say this, guys, and why does everyone seem to have a problem with this? Because matchmaking, like fans, and this, once again, I'm going to point out the obvious, and this is why I can't stand fans belly aching all the time. One, most of them aren't paying for shit, right? And we're going to see the obvious fruits of this when pay-per-view numbers are revealed for Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois, because this matchup exclusively appeals to diehards. So when it comes back that this sold less than 20,000 pay-per-view purchases in America, you forfeit your right to complain about anything.
Anything.
Okay? Let's just put that to the side. Oh, now, Lamont Roach, once again, these guys, these diehard fans, they think, oh, well, he could easily fight this guy. Look, one of the things you don't understand about matchmaking, the hardest part about it is fighter availability. And then you've got to convince both guys that the matchup makes sense, that challenge makes sense for the amount of money involved. James, you know as well as I, that's much more difficult than advertised.
Listen. Okay, I'll go, quick with this. Lamont Roach as a potential opponent. As of this particular point, I had not heard anything in reference to Lamont Roach having a fight on ProBox, because that was the original plan after him being the main event of a ProBox TV event a couple months ago. Uh-huh. So it looked like they were going to try to do it again sometime in November. So since I haven't really heard much from that, looks like this could be the case here. Maybe for the December, what was it? The December, what did I say, 18th or something like that. Where it might do a pay-per-view doubleheader there for PBC. But on the thing for Tank Davis, it's like, well, I mean, Lomachenko ain't there.
Yep.
There, he got injured.
Yep.
A few other guys, it ain't like he gonna fight a Keyshawn Davis or a Kid Austin.
Yeah, and let's just face it. Even though Zepeda is the number one contender, you don't hear Oscar De La Hoya calling him out on Clapback Thursdays, do you?
Right. Yeah, and Zepeda got some, fight himself too. So there is nobody pretty much left. But as far as like there being Lamont Roach, I just have one thing, and this goes back to what I've been saying here when it comes to Tank Davis. Thank God it ain't Edward De Los Santos.
You know what? And once again, Adam and James brings up so many good points. And I can't stand that. Once again, diehards in America, and I'm not talking about the UK fight fans. UK fight fans are awesome. Now, they still complain. That's just the nature of boxing, but not ad nauseum like, and these idiots on Twitter and X, they think it's such an intelligent and insightful way of thinking. No, quite the contrary. It means you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because Adam, let's just face it, brother. Adam, let's just face it.
Okay.
Dude, you can't expect in any division to fight Goliath after Goliath after Goliath, big name after big name after big name. That just is impossible if you want to stay active.
Very true. You do this. You say that because it's very relatable. No. Yeah. I mean, it's 100% true. You're gonna need some easy fights. That's why De La Hoya fought Javier Castillejo, right? Yeah. That's why he fought Roy Boy Campus. I mean,
yep.
And they were still big events because he was a megastar at the time. But I mean, that's why it happens. Is you got to get some easy fights in there. You got to stay active, and you got to stay relevant. You got to keep that aura of invincibility going. So I mean, you're gonna need some easy fights sooner or later. They can't all just be killers.
Yeah, and you know what? Once again, I don't see how, unless, well, maybe you can make a case for 35, having a top 10 or a top 15 of killers, but that's not the case in any division most of the time, right? And let's just face it, how many, even though they know it's more than likely going to be their biggest paycheck to date, career high payday, do you really see everyone standing in line to fight Tank Davis?
No, because I mean, there's not a lot of people standing in line to fight Tank Davis because I mean, he's got a 91% knockout ratio.
Yep.
He's one of the biggest punchers in boxing, if not the biggest puncher. And it's a high risk, high reward fight. I mean, not a lot of guys are willing to take that, especially if you're undefeated, because you're like, it's high risk. I get $4 million. That's amazing. That's life changing money. But then also, I could turn into a meme. So I mean, I could turn into a meme, and then also my career gets shortened. So I mean, it's very high risk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know what, James? And once again, I am absolutely sick to death. The only thing I don't like, though, is once again because of Gervonta Davis's high purse demands. This is going to be on pay-per-view out of necessity.
Yeah.
Now, would you mind explaining this to fans who, man, I don't know why this is on pay. This is not a pay-per-view fight. No. If you're looking at the standards back in the 80s or closed circuit in the 70s, of course not. That was always designated for these special, high-profile, elite-level events. But that's not what determines what's on pay-per-view these days, is it?
No.
Nope.
James?
All about budget level and all about, what I would say, like
it's guaranteed purse. That's what always determines it, guys.
So, and I've said this before. Once Tank Davis basically got bought out, so to speak, by Vegas to have that Frank Martin fight in Vegas, that's where he's going to be at from this point forward. Like I'd be surprised if it's not, but I mean, hey, it could be anything at this sense. But yeah, Vegas or nothing, almost there with Tank Davis.
Yep, and guys, once again, it's all about the demand. Because do you know, once again, Jake Paul, this isn't on pay-per-view. This is regular subscriber Netflix.
Yep.
Do you guys know, and I just found out this from Greg Alvarez, do you know how much Netflix is paying Jake Paul to fight Mike Tyson on November 15th, and it's not on pay-per-view?
A guarantee? Probably about 10 to 15 million, I would say.
Higher. Go up.
30,
Adam, your guess?
30.
And higher.
What? Shut up. 45?
No, 40 million rock he's getting paid.
Wow. For Jake, that's Jake Paul's take.
That's Jake Paul's take, yes.
So Mike is at least getting 15.
Mike Tyson?
Yes.
Now he didn't tell me that because he wasn't allowed to say that. But as the lead promoter, yeah, Jake Paul, he
Oh
has
yeah,
to
yeah,
disclose
yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
getting paid $40 million from Netflix guaranteed. So Mike Tyson is at least getting paid somewhere close. Guys, they're probably spending close to $90 million on the main event alone.
Wow.
Yikes.
Now, once again, guys, just to educate you on the business, who pays for the prelims? Is it Netflix?
Nope.
Sponsors?
James? Who pays for the prelims?
The
Gate?
fans that will attend AT&T Stadium on the Friday night.
Very good, guys. Very good. It is, just so in case you didn't know how money was dispersed, the live gate always pays for the preliminary bouts. The licensing fee paid by Netflix pays for the main event, right? Sponsors customarily is just the gravy on top. So now you know, if like unlike most sports like NFL, MLB, NBA, they enjoy tons of Fortune 500 sponsors who want to be a part of that event in that sport.
Guys,
Boxing, we don't have that luxury.
guys,
And so if
the date for the fight?
November 15th.
Yeah, Friday, November 15th.
I'm gonna be in fucking Dallas for the Cowboys Eagles game that week.
Right on, brother. Woo!
I might fucking go. Hang on.
Dude, Gogi and I are already going. We're gonna go up there and we're gonna take a trip up there and
oh man,
dude. Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Holy shnikes. Guys, this is gonna be once again. Why do you think, guys? Why do you think circus events are popular? Why do you think this is even a thing? If you guys think, no, once again, not you guys. You guys are the best fans in America who listen to this show, and I truly believe that, right? Oh, wait a minute. Gabriel? I was just singing your praises, brother.
Oh,
wait a minute.
We might have to mute Gabriel for a few minutes.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. This is all I have to say.
No.
Hey, brother, what happened to the Falcons game?
Yeah.
What happened in the Falcons game, brother? What happened there? That was at Lincoln Financial Field, too. What happened? What happened, brother? Hey, how could you let the Falcons do that to you, man? I thought you guys were good.
Oh, Gabe, dude, that's our buddy, dude. That's our fucking. That's a friend of the show. That's a friend of the show.
Yeah.
That's a friend of the show.
We love it. We love the detractors even more. We love the shit talkers even more than we love the respectful guys, right?
Friend of the show, dude.
Yep, we love it. We love it. I'll tell you what, Anthony Manzano says, hey, he's got 2 questions he wants us to address. And he says, Joe, that's what I'm going to ask you guys next. Do you think this AJ versus Daniel Dubois fight is going to sell out both in the United Kingdom and Europe as a whole on paper? Look, this is sure because it's Anthony Joshua fighting for his first world title since losing 3 to Alexander Usyk. So this is assured. And once again, this is an all London matchup, right? Mm-hmm. So this is assured to eclipse 2 million purchases in the UK alone. Mm-hmm. Right? And so let me ask you this, a very important question. So, and we posed this question to Coach Ronnie Shields, but I didn't get to ask you. Now, once Turki Al-Sheikh gets a taste of being in front of almost 100,000 rabid, passionate, awesome UK fight fans, and then seeing the heavyweights, once again, no participation ribbons handed out in this fight, unlike Hamburger Langa and Canelo. Both guys are going to do whatever it takes to win.
Yep.
When he gets a taste of this product, is this going to sour him forever from the U.S. market?
It will. I say it will. It likely will, because he'll see how much the return was for this particular fight in the box office and on pay-per-view. And yeah, it's he's gonna be like, yeah, I ain't touching the US market, even with what they're trying to do with a certain fighter in one division and another fighter that just fought last weekend in another division. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I tell you what, guys, right now we're going to take a 30 or a minute break, right? And I do have to do this to promote my new channel, God's Perfect Love. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my new channel, we're going to take a minute break to show you guys exactly what this channel is all about. And guys, I want to take this opportunity, if we could possibly say during this break, say a prayer for my brother Adam Montequilla Lopez, because he is under the weather and he is way too kind and too good to us that he had to join in on the fun. And we want to thank him for it. He is truly a warrior and he's a prize fighter. But guys, keep him in your prayers. And let's listen to this short break. Stay on, guys. We're going to get everyone's final prediction, but we're going to take a minute to promote the new channel.
If you're facing a tough time, you need to hear this incredible message from Romans 8:31. If God is for us, who can be against us? Think about that. No matter what challenges you're facing, no matter how big your problems seem, remember this: you're not alone. With God on your side, you have a strength that moves mountains, a love that never fails, and a purpose that can't be shaken. So when life gets tough, hold on to this truth. If God is for us, who can be against us? Feel the reassurance, embrace the power, and let your faith be your guide. Remember, you are more than a conqueror. Stay blessed, stay hopeful, and keep moving forward.
And there it is, guys. That's what the new channel is all about. So if you could please subscribe. The address is right there on the bottom of the ticker. So thank you guys for supporting the new channel. We've really grown over just the past week. So thank you so much, guys, for supporting the new channel. And guys, once again, keep our brother, Adam Montequilla Lopez, in your prayers. Hopefully the Holy Trinity brings him to a full bill of health, clean bill of health, because we need you to deliver that mail, my friend. We love you, Adam. God bless you, my friend. Thank you for being here. I tell you what, Big J, let's get your official predictions, and we're going to go around, guys, counterclockwise. First to James, then to Adam, right? So here we go, guys. Here is your prediction for Anthony Kakachi versus Josh Warrington, the current IBF title holder. Well, hold on. James, did you ever find out when you were there at the weigh-in today why the IBF title isn't on the line for this one?
I think it's because they didn't necessarily have Warrington place in the rankings.
Yeah, they didn't want to approve that, did they?
Yeah, they didn't want to approve it because he wasn't necessarily in the rankings there. So that's why they couldn't pass for the IBF belt being on the line.
Yep. There it is. So now the IBO is up for grabs. Who do you like and why, my friend?
Anthony Kakachi. I said that the fights that Warrington had, the previous two, I felt like it took a lot, from him, and he hasn't necessarily, been in the ring there, as recent or as often as Kakachi has, so I think this is one where, Kakachi will, likely score another stoppage victory there. So I got Kakachi by TKO within rounds, I would say 7 through 9.
Yeah, he's a tough man. Adam, what say you, brother? Who do you like in this matchup and why, brother?
I do like Josh Warrington, but I think JR has some really good points. I think it's the same thing, but I think it goes all 12.
Yeah. Well, who cares what I think? I'm just going to focus on you guys. Let's go to, and I'm not even going to talk about Mark Chamberlain and Josh Padley or Josh Kelly versus Jamel Davis. Let's just face it. These guys are being flown in to lose. right? Mark Chamberlain and Josh Kelly by a long shot, right? Let's move into the next one, though. Joshua Buatsi versus Willie Hutchinson. And look, let's just face it. I know everyone talks about Shakur Stevenson or maybe Devin Haney being somewhat snoozers. But guys, is there anyone more boring in the ring than Joshua Buatsi?
No, because I don't even know who the fuck that is, dude.
I
have no idea.
Am I wrong about that, James?
There's been a couple of fights that Buatsi has had that's been like major struggles to try to get through. So yeah,
so he's giving Edwin De Los Santos a run for his money, brother.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Oh, Chin got there, man. But look. Regardless, though, this becomes a very intriguing fight if Willie Hutchinson takes the lead and is really assertive. That's the only thing that opens up Joshua Buatsi, right? And PJOJ, welcome to the show, sir. It's good to see you, my friend. He says, more boring than Shakur? No way. Oh, Chingao, dude. So your pick, Big J.
Oh man! So in this one, it's. I feel like it's, but I feel like it's gonna be an interesting fight, though. It's gonna be, there's a little bit on the line in this one. So I think it's gonna be, a little bit more intriguing, or you'll get a little more interest out of this one than you've gotten in the past with the Buatsi fights. You see there the weigh-in that there are a number of people that were, rooting for Hutchinson.
Oh yeah,
Buatsi was, soaking in the moment, telling them to boo, and they were like, "Boo!"
Yeah, I felt bad for him, brother. Hey,
Yeah,
and he's not using Sugar Hill Stewart, is he, anymore?
Nah, he's not.
Well, it looks like everyone is jumping off my brother Sugar Hill Stewart's bandwagon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially Jared Anderson fans. Woo! Yeah, poor Sugar.
But this is gonna be a close one. And with it being a close one, I think it's going to lean towards Hutchinson for the win there.
Yeah, you know what? So do you think the what was the last fight against what's his face? The last fight was against Craig Richards. Do you think that was a fluke, or do you think he's ready for this? Because Joshua Buatsi is no cream puff. That's not a fluke.
Buatsi's definitely not. I think there with the Hutchinson Richards, that Hutchinson was, just much fresher in the ring there against Richards, but he's still going to carry that over here for this particular fight against Joshua Buatsi, and I think that he'll have enough there to get through this and get the win.
Yeah, you know what, Adam? What say you, brother? Well, no. This is it negates your, because you don't even know who Joshua Buatsi is, do you?
Yeah, I was about to say. I will take no part in watching that fight. I will go do something else and then come back when there's a better fight on.
Well, look, and once again, I don't even want to talk about Tyler Denny, because Hamza Shiraz, it will be the upset of the year if he loses this fight.
Yeah.
Right?
Very good.
Okay.
Right.
So let's jump right into the heavyweight showdown in the main event of the evening. Jay, your final prediction. What say you? Who takes home the IBF heavyweight crown?
Anthony Joshua takes home the IBF heavyweight crown. Had a conversation here with Teddy Atlas. Also had a conversation with Dean White, reference to this bout, and we all said basically the same thing when it comes to Daniel Dubois. That last fight that he had against Filip Hrgovic, he was just way too defensively irresponsible there. And, it was mainly, what he kind of like did up in close quarters that turned the tide for that particular fight. We kind of know what that is there, Joe. And he won't necessarily have that advantage, so to speak, here in this fight, because Joshua, with his skill level, his level of counter-punching ability, his understanding of spacing, range, and all of that, he will not. I don't think he'll allow Daniel Dubois to do that type of stuff there in this particular bout, and I think it's just going to be how much punishment Dubois can take here, and I just don't see it going past 6 rounds. I got Joshua by TKO by the 6th round.
I tell you what, it's a lot of great points, and you know what? It's very hard to argue with that, but I have a feeling Adam may just do that. Adam, what say you, brother? What is your official prediction for Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois?
I got it the same as JR. I mean, I think maybe later rounds, maybe like the 9th. I mean, fucking Correa was fucking so passionate about Daniel Dubois knocking him out.
Well, think about this. He was also passionate about Edgar Berlanga.
Exactly. But I mean, he's so passionate about it, and then, like, you kind of hope it is. Maybe you want to do a fucking parlay. Maybe you put some money on Joey W.A.W tonight. Put Joey W.A.W parlay on Joey W.A.W tonight. Put a parlay on Daniel Dubois. Put $20 on it. Let's see what happened. Let it ride, dude.
I tell you what, my money's on Eric Bazinian. Yeah. I tell you what, Alberto. I tell you what, you know what, brother? It's been a while since I've called a fight and gone live during a fight. I know Adam's not feeling well, so he may not be able to join us. And, well, let's just face it. It's going to be, 3 or 4 in the morning over there where Jay is. So, you know what? I'll go on by my lonesome. If you guys would like to join me tonight for the co-main and the main tonight. And the fight card is starting in 10 minutes. So let's wrap up our predictions, right? Jaime Munguia versus Eric Bazinian. Right? So
the undercard is on right now?
It's going to start in 10 minutes, brother.
Let's stay on. What are we doing?
No. I've got to take a little break, but we will rejoin, guys. Reconvene, and I'll send you a new link. Adam, if you'd like, in about an hour and a half. And we'll reconvene in about 2 hours at 7 o'clock our time, 8 o'clock Eastern. And, oh, my gosh, that's like what? What is that like? No. At your time. What time is that your time? That's 2 o'clock over there in England?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Adam, JR, just get some rest, my friend, because you've got a big day tomorrow. Because, brother, these cards from Riyadh season, dude, take a sack lunch, brother. That's all I have to say.
Whew, man, like I said it in the midweek report. I've said it multiple times in the midweek report in the podcast. I said, listen, I can't do the whole 7-hour thing. Nah.
Hey,
like
brother.
You said, the first couple bouts. Yeah,
you might not have a choice, brother, if you want to prime slot as media.
Oh, well, yeah, but I had to work something for that to happen. So let me ask you. In the immortal words of what's his face from the boxing voice, what's his nuts? Adam, what do you think of something that El Pinche OG just stated? I don't trust Eric Morales. And once again, this is his first fight back with Eric Morales. He left Freddie Roach and Wildcard Jim. He was one and done over there. What are your thoughts on him going back to Eric Morales? And is this just about money?
In what aspect? So he left Freddie Roach to go back to Eric Morales. Why did he leave Eric Morales the first time?
Because Eric Morales was a brilliant, legendary, all-time great fighter, but as a trainer, not so much.
And then he came back?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's probably, maybe.
No, I already know what this is about. What? It's about money.
Money, yeah, obviously. I mean, flat fee. Eric was going to take a flat fee, and Freddie wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, Freddie wants 10%, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, Chingao, here it is. W.A.W. Welcome to the show, sir. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I don't even think Eric Bazinian will be competitive. Yeah. Bazinian is a domestic level fighter. Munguia will dominate and probably knock him out. Bang! Within 8 or 9 rounds. What do you think about that, guys, before we sign off? Because I really want to get something to eat, and then we'll reconvene in 2 hours, Adam.
Yeah, the prelims start at 5:10, so I'm gonna put it.
Yeah.
Woo! I tell you what, guys, God bless boxing. And JR, thank you for joining us, man. I hope your accommodations are good over there. Wait a minute. Are you at the hotel right there across the Wembley Arena and Wembley Stadium?
Oh, no. They, by the time I tried to look for hotels, everything about Wembley was booked up, man.
Oh, wait a minute. What happened to Floyd Mayweather Sr.? Oh, no. Is he in the news? Because that's not good, because last thing I heard from Mickey Bay is that he wasn't doing well at all. He's suffering from dementia, like accelerated stages of dementia. Is he in the news? Have you heard anything?
Nah, I haven't heard anything.
Okay, because you know what? Since he's okay, then I'll do my Floyd Mayweather Sr. impression. That's one of my. Have you heard my senior impression, Adam?
No, I have not. Do it.
You never have? JR, have you heard it?
No.
Okay, I'm going to do it. Man, you could have had this boy out of here, man. Use your fucking jab, man.
That's pretty good.
That's my Floyd Sr. impression. Yeah, that was when he was training with Oscar De La Hoya, right?
Yeah.
Man, sit down, man. You could have had this boy out of here by now. I must confess, I am the best. Unlike Freddie the Joke Coach Roach. Oh, ching out. But Double L, yeah. It's like Floyd Sr. and I became friends when I was working with Mickey Bay Jr. And despite what you see on TV on HBO 24/7 and his run-ins with his son, Floyd Sr. is a very, very good, humble guy. And he was boxing through and through. And he loved to talk about boxing. All day long, he could talk about boxing, just like Emmanuel, just like anyone who does this, and it's just in his blood. So our prayers go out to the entire Mayweather family. And, yeah, Floyd Sr., yeah. So let's hope that, gosh, what the hell causes dementia, guys? Like, seriously, what causes this shit? No, once again, it's got to be all the shots to the head, just like Freddie Roach, Parkinson's, same thing. Unless you're Michael J. Fox and it's all that yayo, right?
Hey.
Did I just say that out loud? I'm sorry, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, don't talk about Teen Wolf like that.
Teen Wolf. On that note, guys, we're going to bid you guys adieu, and we're going to we'll reconvene in a couple of hours, guys, before the co-main and the main event tonight. But JR, your parting shots for our listening audience, my friend.
Just get ready for a great event tomorrow. I have to check the thing for the weather though. But still, it won't even matter. It'll be 96,000+ people. And one person here in the UK told me like I should get earplugs, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know, man. I just wanna take. No, I ain't gonna say that. Just experience that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, it's gonna be outstanding. You know what? And I will say this. Yeah, guys, this is going to be a tremendous event. And if you guys don't purchase this for $19.99, shame on all of you, and you forever will forfeit your rights to complain about any matchup. You just take what anyone wants to give you and smile about it. Adam, your parting shots for our listening audience, my friend.
You missed a good joke. It would have been way better with God's perfect love being on the horizon of superstardom and elevating to a new level. That channel, you should have just went from like one extreme to, if you don't pay this $20, You could all burn in hell.
Oh, stop it, dude.
Go down with the sodomites.
Oh,
One exchange or
dude.
another. That would have been a good one. I would have died laughing if you did that.
So now you forced me to do my Shawshank, right? Because of the Shawshank reference.
Now, I'd like to say,
go down.
I'd like to say that Andy fought the good fight and fought off the mothers. But I'd like to say that.
It was the sisters.
Or the sisters. Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry, man. It's been a while since, but that's one of my favorite movies of all time, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that Andy.
No. What is my favorite line from that movie?
I hope
or cast you down with the sodomites, right?
I hope the Pacific is as blue as it is in my dreams. I hope to shake my friend's hand across the border. I hope.
Dude, I love that movie, guys. On that note, we will see you back. I'm sorry, what?
Let me ruin that movie real quick. I think the book, they're both gay. And that's what he wanted to do. He just wanted to go back to Mexico to go be.
Wait a minute. You mean like Errol Spence and Joe Goosen? Gay? Is that what you mean?
Man. Well, Joe Goosen.
Whoa.
Look. For us to explain this, James, you're gonna have to join us at 2 a.m., brother.
Yeah, that's when we go down the rabbit holes of the conspiracy theories. And we just
okay.
Look.
Listen, there might be a small chance that I'll still be awake. So,
hey, brother, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna reuse this link. Okay, just so James can still have it. I'll reuse this link because you can do that on StreamYard now, right? We can reuse links. Okay, I'm gonna keep this link then when we reconvene in 2 hours. And we will go further down the rabbit hole, in the immortal words of Errol Spence. Yes. No. Yeah. So is that what he's starting to call it? Does he call it the rabbit hole still? Is that what he calls it, Adam, since you were roommates with him?
The rabbit hole, that's a pretty good gay joke. That's a good. It'd be more of a wormhole, right?
No, man, Regis Gregarious. Man. Regis Gregarious. Shawshank Redemption. How dare you, brother? How dare you say that Andy and Red were gay?
They were gay.
Why don't you tell you what? Errol Spence is the expert. Why don't you call him up and ask him, brother?
Dude, he's not gay, bro. My homie's not fucking gay.
Look, brother. Just because you found you not even the slightest bit attractive doesn't mean he's not gay.
Yeah, that was kind of insulting, but
yeah. Anyway, guys, we will see you back here, same time, same place in about 2 hours, guys. Right? Because it's 5:01. Get ready to turn on some Top Rank and ESPN. And JR, thank you for being the warrior and being out there in London, and have fun, brother. And remember, don't forget to take a sack lunch. You're going to need it, brother. We're talking about 12 hours at Wembley Stadium, brother.
Yeah. I don't know about
learn to love it, brother. Learn to love it. But I tell you what, guys, on behalf of the great J.R. Bell, on behalf of the incomparable Adam Montequilla Lopez, I'm Joseph Heron. You've been listening to World Week Boxing. See you back here in about 2 hours, guys.
Rashawn Holdings proudly presents War Week Radio Chats with ring announcer Joseph Herron